Alright. Yes. Long story short, yes. It worked. I'm not even lagging. Hey. That's a good thing. That's always a good thing. I just need to do a quick checkup. Stream. Is it? This is on. This is on. And last place. It's also on. The tags are on. Wonderful. So let's begin. Without further ado. Pillars of Eternity. Wonderful. We've been here. I think we've been pretty much everywhere. We need to go back to the storage tower, and I would love to go. Oh, right. Okay, we'll go here. So let's go back to the storage tower. We should get from them oil. No, we did oil for the cannons. What do I need? Oh, I need ammunition for the cannons, so we need something to shoot from the cannons. That makes sense? I think it does. Okay, of course, let's poke around and scan whatever we can. Ishiza? Ishiza is very brave for a little bird.
Scale-bellied cowards! I knew they'd run!
Did?
Look at our beacon. Even the Colossus couldn't destroy it. And those snakes aren't so tough now, are they?
Given all that's happened here, you sound extremely confident.
The lighthouse shines again. We survived. It's proof that our people can conquer anything. That our works can survive even here. The Hansanui will want to thank you personally for your help here. And she should also know what we're up against.
And where can I find Hasanui?
She's usually at the Brass Citadel in Nakataka.
No.
Though she gets called to the palace often, haggling with the Queen and the Valians.
Well, actually, I'm headed to my Grand Steve.
Looking for a real challenge after what you did to those scale bellies?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
The only thing I know about the place is it's supposedly made of fire, and no one's ever come back from it. But anything can be overcome.
Yes, well.
Clear skies.
Clear skies. Injured soldier, injured soldier. Okay, so I guess using the cannon was an alternative to doing all that we did to get to the lighthouse. Oh, I could have exited the lighthouse this way. Then how do I get up here, I wonder? Oh, we can probably scale the wall. Oh, that doesn't matter. Okay. I guess we will go back to Neketaka with the news. I hate that place. Leave me alone. Hasango is a mound of wreckage on the horizon when you see a dozen junks sailing toward you. Even at this distance you can tell they are making good speed. One of the ships pull up alongside yours, and a well-dressed Aumawa man approaches the edge of the deck. You recognize Atsura, the Grand Secretary of the World Deadfire Company. Timely of you to show up, boss. I was just scribbling down my daily report. Maya folds her arms and nods across the gap. I'm afraid it will have to wait until I return to the Brass Citadel, nods at Maya. It is good to see you again. I see you continue to leave your mark. He is gazing towards Hasongo with a peculiar smile. The Atropicon, visible even here, shines brightly. Though it surprises me that you are still a stranger to many in Neketaka, I suspect that will soon change. A pleasure to meet you again. Your manners do you much credit. I want to extend the thanks of the Royal Deadfire Company for what you've done here. He raises one hand toward the Atropicon. You've restored a valuable asset, whether or not that was your intention. He gives you a quick, sly smile. The others at the palace will want to hear of this, no doubt. And you may as well take credit while the deed is fresh. Okay. Go to Serpent's Crown in Nikataka, and later come and see me at the Brass Citadel. We can discuss your progress with issues of mutual interest there, he nods. At any rate, I have much to attend to, and it seems you do as well. Clear skies, Captain Evna. Atsura knows that his crew makes ready to sail once more. Oh my goodness. That was horrible for my health. Stressing out like this. But we can go to Bay now to deal with it. Yeah, so we'll have to go back to Pahoane.
You blink and find yourself standing in the knee-high grass of an endless field, with the day just falling into dusk. Then, the earth falls away. The wind ceases, and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
The voice of the Pallid Knight shakes the earth at your feet. You have returned to Bareth's realm, your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the God of Death.
You know, I'm starting to look forward to these chats.
You can't be certain, but you think you might see the barest hint of a smile tugging at the edges of the Pallid Knight's lips.
Once again, you have spoken with the Child of Light.
Not that I wanted to.
Tell me what you have learned.
He is smashing his way across the Deadfire, destroying everything in sight.
My patience is not infinite, and your soul is but one breath in a hurricane that I control.
She closes the gap between you in a blink. This near, you realize the God of Death has a smell. Like dust and ozone, petrichor and cold, cold steel.
He makes for Magran Steve.
Intriguing.
The Pallid Knight stares past you, pensive.
While attend, tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends. In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Bareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a pale elf, an ocean human, a Naga, each of them eyeless. They are Wow.
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages. And we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own titter.
Yes, it's so interesting when hundreds of Kith die so Eodas can take a stroll.
Some things must be lost to be found again. You knew that once, when you buried my scroll beneath the earth in Black Meadow. But it seems you have forgotten. We have read the book of your life, Watcher. It is heavy with the weight of your choices, and its pages are not unmarred by the blood of others. You reap, but on a smaller scale. We see between the strings of the world, and Eothas is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex, ever-shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step. Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Aora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. It pours off the edge of the platform and cascades down into the beyond. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
Eothas is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his nerve.
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves and the rush of wind through treetops.
Aren't you worried?
No, he is a creature of the pack left long alone. Without our strength behind him, he is weak. If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Eothas does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open in unison. Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. They meet in the center of the room, in a shower of sparks, and form the vague figure of a man. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man forged in metal stands before you. Twin flames ignite in his eyes, and a low rumble starts in his chest. He walks forward. With each halting, jerky step, you're assaulted with the unbearable screech of metal grinding upon metal.
We should destroy Eothas, that we might reforge him into something new, something stronger. He could be a weapon that all of us might wield.
Abaddon's words carry the heat of the forge. Behind them you hear the clang and clatter of hammer on metal, and the hiss of just quenched steel.
One comment, sorry. Abaddon was not all about weaponry, he was all about building, maintaining, but not fighting.
Abaddon speaks with wisdom.
The other gods don't seem too concerned.
He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine. I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder, and sighs a cloud of smoke and ash. Mogren returns.
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Aora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks.
Hello, good evening.
I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him. But I will bear down upon Eothas with all the heat and fury of the earth. If I must.
There must be another way to stop him.
The death of thousands now could prevent the death of millions later.
But you don't know if you'll save millions. You might kill thousands for nothing.
Dark, Inky tears fall from Andra's eyes.
Sacrifices of the few protect the futures of the many. You cannot let your petty mortal feelings blind you to the urgency of the dilemma Aethys has thrust upon us.
My petty mortal feelings are the only reason your wrists don't have in Woodica's shackles.
You will mind upon whose ground you tread.
The Pallid Knight watches you with keen, predatory eyes. The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end.
What's that thing at the left? Oh, but that's the very goddess of seas. That's Andra. That's our patron. The goddess of seas, tides, things forgotten, and something else. Pretty, isn't she?
Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Magrin dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Galawain's beasts cower and whine. Only the Pallid Knight stands impassive.
My end comes to all things in time. Should Aethys care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts.
This thing shouldn't exist. Really, this is what you are worried about. What about the one in the middle, made of eyes? Of all the kith? That's a weird one. But yeah, those are the gods of Eora to you. Remember, they were once people. They weren't always like that. What could Aethys possibly gain by destroying Eora?
Aethys seeks a slate wiped clean. Freedom from the endless revolutions of Barath's wheel. The final emancipation of the countless stolen mortal lives the gods hoard within themselves.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Magrin tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
I don't remember whose.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans.
It's honestly not like I have a choice.
To live is a choice, and you yet draw breath. Drink deep of the air, Watcher. We have work yet to do.
The warmth of the Pallid Knight's breath blows soft on the back of your neck, though she stands nowhere near you. Water begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankles.
So, this is the fish goddess on the left is my patron as the moon godlike. So, she was the one who touched me in my mother's belly. And the Pallid Knight, Barath, is the god I decided to aid. In the first game. And I'm now paying the toll for not sticking to my end of the deal.
You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Barath's realm, and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes, gone like a dream upon waking. The hard wood of your cabin's floor presses against your spine.
Who's the moon goddess? No, not the wolf, the fish lady. She is the moon goddess. The very prettiest one.
The gods are gone, but you remain.
The wolf and the panther are forms of a changeling god of wilderness. Okay. Do you have something new for me? No.
I shall make it so.
Why? Oh. Okay, do anyone want to talk with me? I don't think they do. But let's try it.
Casita, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I have not properly thanked you for taking me away from that place.
The dark cupboard.
That shop and my apprenticeship were like a diving bell, dragging me all the way to the bottom with barely enough air to survive. Arkemir was fond of tormenting me. If he had taught me anything of substance, I might even have endured his wretched company a while longer.
Give me a moment, because it seems that my chat is not loading for some reason. Hey, how can I reload you? Refresh. Ah, okay.
In any case, now I am free to study the world, and it is because of you. So, now I will say it. Agrasima.
Yes. Why don't you like the fact that the moon goddess, the goddess of the seas, can take a form of anglerfish? She's pretty. Anglerfishes are pretty, especially once you get to know how big they can grow. What did you want to learn that only Arkemir could teach?
Ah, what a question. Arkemir is elusive. That flamboyant house of his? It is all a performance, a mask that people will not think to peer beneath. I had a sneaking suspicion that he knows more about magic than the rest of the circle combined. Or maybe he is just an accomplished liar. I may never know the truth.
Are you interested in any particular areas of study?
It is a funny thing. I was so quick to chase my ambitions, as if an apprenticeship would outline the course of my life.
I don't think pretty is the appropriate word. Oh. Okay, to each their own. I really think anglerfishes are pretty.
In the end, I was building a castle in the sand. The taller it rose, the harder the waves swept in to batter it down. Now I have no plan, and the uncertainty is a refreshing change.
Before we head out, any thoughts on our travels so far?
Right now, I desire nothing more than to enjoy my liberation. I will worry about the problems of the world as they come.
Any thoughts about our companions, maybe?
Keep an eye on Maya. I'll say no more than that.
Yeah, that much I know. Don't worry. Okay. Thank you. Shoti, something new?
Well, hey. Tell me what's on your mind.
Did you have any nightmares recently?
Not a one. Thanks to you, I'm sleeping like a babe. No, better even. I never knew nothingness could feel so warm and so nice.
Sounds like a heavy weight was lifted from your shoulders then.
More like from my mind. No matter what comes to pass in the days and nights ahead, I won't forget who it was that brought me relief from the dreams.
You're not gonna thank me, are you?
And the crush of the souls I'd acquired.
Okay.
You need me, I'll be 2 whoops and a holler away.
Big mouth, what about you? Makes sense. Love?
Great and terrible things are at work. And once again, you seem to be in the middle of it. The Rawatayans we passed will doubtless spread word of what you've done in Hasongo.
Yeah, that's probably true. Not that I really like the idea.
But others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers.
What I say makes no difference.
This is no small matter. Don't you worry what will come next? What events you might move forward?
What is it really about, Alof? He sighs through his nose, his lips pressed together.
It reminds me of the question that drew me to the Deadfire. The one I've been avoiding. I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge. As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region.
I thought you were looking for a particular Laden Key group.
Yes, and how better to draw them out. Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail.
And then?
That's where it gets complicated. After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition.
Mostly lunatics in robes, as I recall? Isilmil crackles gleefully as Alof's thoughtful expression dissolves. After a moment, she fades away once more.
If you two are finished...
I'm sorry, Isilmil's just the darling.
It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure.
So the Leaden Key is the organization that wanted to... how to say it? Elevate a person to the godhood, so to basically create a new god. Long story short, the leader of the Leaden Key, the leader of the Leaden Key, was the one who caused my soul to awaken, for me to have nightmares, for me to almost go crazy, for me to have go and write a deal, get a deal with Berav, now that I need to fix now, etc, etc.
That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could undo the Leaden Key without understanding how it works. I found references to an ancient Leaden Key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible.
Thank you for a follow.
And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia.
Yes, exactly. Leaden Key are the bad guys. Well, less now, because they were scattered after defeat in First Pillars of Eternity. But yeah, they are evil, I would say. Okay, then how do we find them?
There's the challenge. Most sources refer to them as the Painted Masks. But I haven't met anyone here who knows that name.
Well, so I am Scald, so fighter, chanter.
I don't know where in the Deadfire they are exactly, but I was hoping we could look for them together.
Don't worry, I promise we'll find them, one way or another.
I believe you. Anyway, there's daylight yet. I suppose that's enough from me.
I can make, well, fighter chanter sounds of, yeah, I can make it through the fights, so that's a good thing. I cannot say the same about everyone else in the party.
What's on your mind?
Okay, apparently nothing. Exit is here. Well, I'm basically a tank, and I summon critters to fight alongside. Interesting.
Your orders, Captain?
Nothing, apparently. Seraphin?
If you be having a tick, Cap, I'll be thinking that, if I be dragging you into these depths, you deserve the full sounding.
This is about tomorrow, I take it. I am happy to listen.
When I were a wee swabby, fresh to the sea. It were Romaro that showed me the ropes and rigging. More than that, he kept his weather eye open for me. The sea be a right poxy ore on occasion, and life aboard the Sorcerer, that and more. Malnash, our ship hunter, she were all wet and bothered for doing me harm. And Romaro, he protected me. Mentored me too. Learned me letters and navigation. Handed down the Principe traditions. In time, we became close as kin or closer. And the Sorcerer, my family.
Then how does Romar end up in trouble with the Principe?
Right, fantastic fucking question, Cap. Word out we're mutiny. But I'll be putting about as much stock in that as a dockside doxy for manners.
Yes, that could be cool. Gravity Mancer, perfect. But now there's one error in your thinking. Gravity Mancer would have power over gravity. But in this case, the gravity has power over me.
Well, no, I don't normally be singing no praises of veracity, Cap. But in the matter of Romaro, I'll be hunting the truth.
You told me a lot about the two of you, but not much about him.
Fair. He be of old Valian stock. A good man and righteous. Not honest, of course, but honourable. Were our shipboard sawbones, more than half handy at it.
They do think that for sure in D&D 5th edition there is Gravity Mancer. I think in Shadow of the Demon Lord Pen and Paper there's also a sorcerer that uses gravity. Well, basically a very similar thing. I'm not sure about Pathfinder though. I haven't heard about it. So, one day, I will embrace it. I will embrace the gravity. Imagine turning dice at to your advantage. Every time you fall, that makes a powerful attack. We can do it in Baldur's Gate 3. We can make that work. I know how we will make the Dark Urge character. It will be a meteor. We will defeat every enemy by the sheer power of our weight and gravity.
More than one swabby be on the old salt of deferral from the wheel.
Why did this Malnage want to hurt you?
Well, only knows, Cap. She treated me like my mere presence gave offense.
Were you romantically involved?
Why, Cap? You be feeling a bit of the old envy?
Maybe jealousy, but not envy.
Nay, we never shared a bunk. Not that I'd have kicked him out of a hammock, but, like I said, we be family. He never took advantage.
I promise we'll find him.
Thanks, Cap. I'll be holding you to it. Ahoy, Captain. What can I do you for?
There is an option that we can take. But that really is an Orlan option. For some reason, Orlans are the essence of flirtations. I don't know why. Okay, but now we'll leave Seraphine alone. Do we have someone else? We can speak to Worthless Idiot.
I join crew. Who worthless now, Arkamir?
I'm so glad we took him. We can do a lot of things, Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I know. Worthless Idiot is a gem. But, okay, we need to go back to Neketaka real quick. A call for parrot alights on the railing of your ship. A missive bound to its leg bears the sigil of the Kahanga tribe. Captain Evna, it would be my honor to host the savior of Hasonga at the Kahanga Palace. Neketaka is a city for Huana and outsiders alike, and there is no shortage of work for Kif who are determined to be as useful as you. Should you have the stamina for a good climb, the palace at Observance Ground would be your second home. Think of it. Regards, Queen on the Casa to second. Yes, we've been to the palace, we've been to Neketaka, we've spent a lot of time in Neketaka. Oh, that's a really weird one. I don't know why it was sent now. Probably because we've helped with the lighthouse. Weird, but interesting nonetheless. Serpent's Crown. The Kahanga Palace. Okay, but is the queen back at her throne or not? Are you working with any of the factions? Not that I'm aware of. I may be. For now, I'm trying my best to not get involved with any of them.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say.
Maybe she's at the shrine? Where is she? The sun-scarred Juana glances up from the rumpled sheet of parchment in his hands and regards you with unease. He looks up at you and swallows. Yes, that's my face. Yes, I have a weird moon on my face. Let's go. Let's move on.
A Tepu, drawer of maps. I have nothing to sell unless you are needing something else.
You, the cartographer who discovered Mutara Okozi, correct?
What I discovered remains to be seen. The Sanctuary Isles were thought to be lost beneath the waves. If I stumbled upon one, I can think of worse finds to credit my name.
How did you make the discovery?
I was surveying the waters around an atoll when a storm dragged my ship off course. The waters were unknown to me. When a green fleck appeared in my spyglass, I unfurled my sail. The shore twisted around itself, confusing even this old navigator until I found myself at the center. I did not make it far up the beach before I spotted signs of habitation. Marking my coordinates and orienting myself by the evening sky, I made for Neketaka to tell the crown of my findings.
Okay, tell me about the Isles.
Our ancestors marked off specific islands across Deadfire as rallying points in case a great misfortune split up the tribes. Even they could not have guessed how important the Isles would become. Some thousands of years ago, volcanoes, storms, and quakes shook the archipelago. Any one of those do happen, but never with such ferocity or all at once. The Juana survived by taking shelter on the Sanctuary Isles to save our society, and not just any one tribe. Since those days, we have not found any of the old Sanctuary Isles. Ngati took some beneath the waves, taking whole tribes with her. Others were lost to time and forgetfulness. I am told that the Wahaki are protective toward the Isles, but that is their business.
What do you mean that the entire tribes were lost?
Understand, the Deadfire was broken. The lives lost could not be counted, and more has been forgotten than may ever be remembered. Imagine how much history we lost in a single year, much less the millennia that followed. Whatever our people hoped for themselves, we may never know if we got it right or wrong.
And if I was venturing to this island, what might I find?
Death.
Okay.
I did not mean to frighten you. These islands have known great tragedy, and millennia have passed in cheerless silence.
No, sorry, you've misunderstood me. I am not afraid of death. Honestly, I know death too close, too well, and I just don't want to meet her anymore.
Should you land on a Sanctuary Isle, do not expect to find welcome.
Okay.
If we must.
You must have seen much on your travels. Ever found a sign of Okaizo? Just hearing the word causes him to perk up at attention, though his lips press together at a slant.
There is not a Juana in all of the Deadfire who does not take to the open water hoping to catch a glimpse of the lost Ukaizo. If I could walk the beaches of our ancestors, take a fleeting glimpse of what they left behind, mine would be a life well lived.
What would you hope to find on Ukaizo?
The same thing we all hope for. Answers to the long silence that precedes our history. Who we were could tell us who we are.
Well,
but if I am being selfish, maps, charts. Our ancestors were keen explorers, and a roll of their parchment could teach us more than what we have gathered in the last century.
well, it sounds a lot like the Library of Alexandria. Neketaka from the wreckage. I should present myself at the Royal Palace in Neketaka, yes? You really want me to exit the palace? Okay. Okay, understandable. Let's go to the Serpent Crown. If the game wants me to visit Serpent Crown, not the palace itself, so be it. I just wanted to see those fishes again. They're pretty. You maybe?
Didn't take
No.
you for the romantic type, Seraphim.
The tongue's got a use or four, lass. Then I'll be a right master of each.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't just hear that.
On the upper floor, maybe? I really don't want to invade the Queen's private chambers, really.
The belly of the great eel roars with hunger. Will you help Barati to calm it?
Of course, yep. Give me more time.
My brothers and sisters have set sail for Neketaka.
I
With
thought the tribe.
her, I might have already stolen from
A
them.
greater storm surrounds this place. We must answer the call of the Kahanga. If the outsiders do not trample us first, the Green God will surely do it for them.
Do not speak this way, my love.
Ooh. Okay, it's not stealing if I just take a look. Some scrolls. Nothing important. By the way, there's a free game on Epic Store right now, and it's kind of cool. I think I have it. I don't remember what it was. I checked it yesterday or the day before yesterday. Oh, you have a name?
Greetings.
Oh, it's you. No.
Goodbye.
I think you told me what you put. Yes, the operator. I remember now. Okay, let's go back to the upper floor. Let's go to the terrace. The rooftop, rather. Yeah. Who would have thought that Queen of this place would be so elusive? If I were the queen, I would be in a bathhouse. Especially today, when it's so hot. Ah, there you are. I were looking for you.
It is high time we spoke away from the exhaustive filter of the court.
You might have told me to find you here.
My children, Kahopa and Tangaloa. It is to them that I answer when dignitaries do not pound at my door.
I think I speak for all of us when I say we'd be honored to pet your children.
Go, Nether. You take the honors.
Trick with cats, course, is you gotta ignore them first. Get them interested.
Nether rocks back and forth on his heels, averting his gaze from the cats. Yet, every few seconds he slips up and picks at them.
We are of one mind. My mother taught me to bait an enemy into the open, give it comfort and confidence. A messenger from the jaws of Tangaloa speaks with the voice of wisdom and change, I say. It is fitting that yours should be the voice that tells of Hasongo's fate. What did you see there?
Some Naga occupied the colony after Iotas drained the Adra. I let them live.
The snakes are on edge. Where comes this new boldness? Far be it for me to complain if they make trouble for outsiders. What of Aethys? If you know why he terrorizes the Deadfire, speak on.
He needs more luminous Adra. Magron's thief is the next logical step. Tapping her chin, Onekaza nods and weighs the matter. At length, her even expression spreads into a pleased and knowing smile.
If Aethys makes for Magron's teeth, I say the Rathun will grind him to dust for the praise of their warrior matron. Even if they fail, it will be an enemy cleared from my plate. This is the gratitude of Nagati, I say.
Ratun.
The fiery children of Magron devoted to their mother with a fanatic zeal. Bothersome, but the least of my troubles now. From Port Mage to Hasongo to Magron's teeth, Aethys follows a rich vein of Adra. It takes him northeast to more interesting territory. In the deepest memory of the tribes, we have told stories of Magron's teeth. Embellished sailors' fables, Akira, but not without some truth. My people speak of treacherous seas, lakes of fire, and the ancient warriors hammered to life on Magron's anvil. Ashen Maw is the grandest and most accessible of the peaks. It is the sharpest tooth in Magron's jaw. Prepare yourself for a fight.
Any chance of support ships to accompany the Defiant?
Akira, would that our resources were not so entangled in other parts.
Of course.
I cannot send ships to Magron's teeth any more than I would send paper dolls to a furnace. If you make preparations in Nekataka, I say we can help each other. I must keep the city's peace, and I have only so many arms and eyes. While the Deadfire screams, I would see Nekataka outlast the storm to come.
What do you need from me?
What I need is a lasting peace that will outlive my dynasty. But I will accept peace of mind for now. What do you know of my water shapers, Herald of Bareth?
They shape water?
Perceptive. Akira, I suppose the Adiran translation is very literal. My water shapers are the levy holding back Rawatai's advance. An adept standing at the prow of a war canoe is enough to send the fleet scrambling for the shallows.
Don't get too cozy, Highness. That false sense of security will get you into trouble.
Akira, I would not want your employers to think me easy prey. This reminds me. I owe the Hazanui a basket of koiki in remembrance of the Battle of Nakaro Atoll.
She snaps her fingers and nods to the attendant who scurries off. Poking the hornet's nest?
That is Aruihi's job, but Akira, there is a side of diplomacy which I enjoy. While the problems of Aethys and overindulgent admirals plague these waters, I have summoned the masters of water shaping to Nekataka.
Pit your strongest water wizards against their weight in iron and black powder, Highness. We can end this quickly.
Okay.
Akira, and how long will this contest last in open water? Now would be the time to confer with Guildmaster Mairu, but she does not answer my summons.
Do you think something is wrong?
It is too early to grow a forest from this coconut, but I would not dispatch you if I felt at ease.
Oh, okay.
The guild can suffer no setbacks. If Mairu shirks her duties, her queen would know the reason. Nagati, do not abandon us now.
Onekaza turns her gaze back to you and flinches. This was not a thought she intended to share. Speak to Guildmaster Myro. Tell me she's in here. Periki Overlook. Okay. Let's go to Periki Overlook then.
What did you do before you were a ship hunter?
Rough times, lass. Would spare you the telling, lest you be set on it.
I reckon I can handle it.
Crew I will if they give me any job they thought like to kill me. I'll live to prove them wrong.
Can't live the good times unless you survive the bad. That what being a pirate's all about?
Aye, sure enough. Besides, lasses say the scars be adding distinction.
Maybe. Just a little bit. Hello. You find a young man with long blonde hair drawn back in a simple club. His clothes are spare but well tailored, and his armor, a fine burgundian, in blue and silver, is polished to a shine. He leans casually to one side, a clean hand on his hip, and sighs bored. His eyes light up when he sees you.
Hello there! Come to have a word? I don't bite, I promise. Yes?
Tell me about yourself.
Gladly, my friend. Gladly. And how kind of you to ask.
Okay,
I
teach
am
me.
the youngest son of a noble house. Now, don't make that face. Poor, desperate fool, you must be thinking. Well, waste not your sympathies on me. Truly, I consider it a boon rather than a punishment. All the comfort and none of the responsibility. What's not to like about that?
Nothing. What are you doing in the Deadfire then?
What else brings faraway travelers to the archipelago? Adventure. I've nursed a great love for heroic tales since my boyhood. As I was loafing about my father's estate, I thought, well, Gervard, isn't it time you made a name for yourself as well? So here I am. And though I dare say I'm little use in a fistfight, I can do a fair bit of magic and draw a lovely map. So I've taken to charting the interior wilderness of the Deadfire's larger islands.
That sounds dangerous in its own right.
Ah, but it's worth it for the stories I'll one day have to tell.
If you make it alive.
But truly, if I could only inspire others as I myself have been inspired by those old tales, why, it would be marvelous. Anyway, enough of my prattling. Surely you've other things to do.
Yes, I do, but can you teach me something of what you learned?
Oh, it would be my absolute pleasure. For a price, of course. 3,000 copper?
Yeah, sure. History and Arcana.
Very well.
Thank you. He pulls a collection of small maps on his pack and tells you the stories of the islands as he understands them. Who has lived there and for how long? What beasts haunt their shadowed glades? Then he takes out his grimoire and shares some unusual magical knowledge he's picked up in his travels. At last, he stabs the maps away, closes his grimoire with a snap, and bids you farewell. Thank you. Okay, but apparently this is not the way we can leave the palace. We must go the long way. Through the upper floor. And then we can go to Periki Overlook. It should be here somewhere. No, it shouldn't make any difference which way we exit. No, I cannot hide this little bit of UI, unfortunately. Periki Overlook. The Shaper's Guild is locked. Oh, I wonder why. Shaper's Guild. I don't remember if I never tried to enter this place or if I was stopped. Looks magnificent.
Rest their souls.
Naga? Don't need the stuff anymore.
As you like.
If they don't need the stuff, I can take it. I need all the stuff. Seeing dead bodies and hearing someone talk in the background is not really good for the nerves. This is not stealing. Myru, for what did you send me away to meditate on the fourth form is uncharted waters, only to summon me back to the Kahanga fleet? A bomb must have gone off in Serpent's Crown, one of the revelation if not black powder. The interruption is a setback. I trust that whatever happens next will propel our people forward. I will sail Perik's resolve into the waters where I suspect you need me most and await your orders. I hope that the rumors carried upon the waves are to be trusted. I would tell you to send Onekaza my love, but she knows that it is hers. Tell her that she needs only snap her fingers and I will be her storm again. The Raku, Master Water Shaper. That sounds nice. And what is that? The four forms of water shaping. Huh. What follows is an initiate's primer in the four forms of water shaping, which comprise the basic lessons of our guild: grief, hope, metamorphosis, and transcendence. The form of grief: acceptance that one's physicality is not immutable as water. The form of hope: understanding the water is more relentless and inexorable than any natural force. The form of metamorphosis: realization that the body's internal water can help to mediate the prior forms. The form of transcendence: water covers Iora. If water can be shaped, so can the world. It sounds like monks or a church.
Go no further. There is a situation in the guild hall.
I noticed.
All is under control, I say. But the building is closed until Myru cleans up the mess below.
Onekaza sent me to speak with Myru. What is happening?
Nothing beyond the likes of us, I say. Naga swam in from the waterways of our sanctum.
Huh.
We pressed back until they fled underground. Then Myru gathered her forces for a stand at Pariki's tomb. I am to guard the staircase while she routs the last of them. Kira, but Myru is fierce for her years.
Why are they attacking the guild?
I do not know. With great purpose, they throw their bodies back to Rikuhu's bowels. I say, this is personal. They strike with anger, not conviction.
Why haven't you summoned help from the queen?
We are water shapers. Onekaza knows we can walk over a few snakes. Myru, though, I say she would not turn down reinforcements.
Okay, what's causing the tremors?
Not snakes, I say. Unless they brought a battering ram.
Oh, I surely hope Myru whips something for me.
Ha! I say you will have to run fast. She could cut through Naga like a harpoon through blubber. I will remain and dispatch any snakes who slither past you. Good hunting.
Thank you.
Myru forbade me from following her, but I say Ngati would not want me to miss this.
Who are you?
Oh, where to begin? The list goes on, I say. I am the prize water shaper of Nekitaka.
Okay, done. Okay.
I am also the son of Ngati, as you can well guess. Not that I let such things get to my head.
Surely. Well, I'll take all the help I can get.
Then let us be off. Ngati's chosen will bring his foot down on the back of every wriggling snake. Lead on.
You do sound familiar. We can take a druid chanter of church. I'll take you as a druid. Druid should have some healing, so I will leave Shotty behind for now. For now, just for a little while. And I want to see the main whole a little bit more. Is there really nothing here? Okay. Let's go to the ruins. I am sure nothing bad will happen to us.
This is why you don't neglect your chores.
Well, I mean, it could have been worse. What's that? The stone door is sealed shut. A few engraved symbols stand out among the other carvings and inscriptions. Apart from that, you find no evident means of opening the way. A faded inscription is nestled among the elaborate stone carvings. Oh, here's for the read. Read the inscription. Juana Roses decorate the stone entrance. Ngati would not have gifted her chosen people a watery covenant unless they persisted in deserving it. This sanctum is a covenant of our making. Only the sigil of the covenant and the words of my devotion will open the way. Tiriki, master of the guild. Okay. I assume pushing the door will lead us nowhere.
Hey, watch
I probably right. There you are. Seraphin, I am really worried about you already.
You have my attention.
Oh, I saw healing. Wood skin. Moonlight. Healing. Oh, sorry, you shapeshifted into hammer shark. That's a new one.
The pleasure is mine.
Oh, right, that maybe you need some armor by any chance? Something I forgot already. Club, quarterstaff, road scepter, unarmed. Great. Abilities. I don't really see anything that goes against you wearing any armor. You have this rope. It's light armor. If I find something better, I suppose I won't. I mean, this is a tiny bit better. Alof's armor. Just a tiny bit better. And parachutes. I will give you this necklace. Anything else for you? I mean, you have your focus, your rod. I don't think I have anything better. I can try enhancing it to exceptional. 10,000. Okay. Okay. But I can see where they taken their upgrade and enhancing mechanic in a vote, because it wasn't like that in the first pillars. I have anything else for you? I don't think. No, I would have it here or here, so nothing more for our new guy.
As you like.
Oh, Myro. The guildmaster lifts her gaze to meet yours. Her eyes struggling to focus. She's been slashed and stabbed numerous times, and her robes are soaked red with blood.
Myro! Oh, gods, but look what they've done to you.
Peace, Takehu. I gave back 10 times what I took. Too many, even for me.
Onikaza sent me to find you, but I think you need a healer first.
No time for that, I say.
You are too stubborn to die, old shark.
For once, Takehu, just listen. The rod of the deep. Oh, I've lost it. Taken. You'll need to... find the rod. Get through the stone door by the entrance.
I'll find the road to just try and stay with me.
Wards. Failing. Hurry, before it escapes.
Escape? What's going to escape?
Pitied Isengati, Lady of Lament, as the pearl orb of the heavens.
The Guildmaster's eyes glaze over as she falls silent.
Myru? Myru?
The Gehu takes her by the shoulder and shakes, gently pulling away and bringing his hands up to clutch his brow.
Ngati. She's dead.
We still don't know why this is happening.
Myru told us to seek a rod and a door.
We found the door.
A vague plea, I say, but I would honor her last wish.
Strange last words.
The words of Pariki's devotion, I say. An old prayer to Ngati. It must have meant something to her.
Must have.
Kara, the others will see to her once we've cleaned up the last of this mess.
Oh. She left the ghost.
Make it so.
Okay, I'm not stealing, because you see. This statue depicts an Aumaua woman, her hand extended and grasping at the air. An eroded plaque sits by her feet. Something about the statue calls out to you, the echo of a fractured soul that tarried in this place for long and thoughtful years. You feel victory tinged by grief and regret. Let's inspect the soul. Your vision bobs with the motion of the sea. You stand aboard the deck of swift winds, where your mates share bemused, self-congratulatory glances at their work. No, one of them claps your back with approval. You step back and aim a reproachful look at your mate, however friendly his intent. You know there will be time for a reprieve when you're squared away in Nekadaka. Something cuts through the water to your port side, an enormous shape just beneath the waves. Someone shouts that the winds have turned in your favor at last. This is followed by an enthusiastic cheer among the crew. You don't share their mirth. Eyes to the horizon, I say. You bring home a mighty gift, though it takes an unusual form. One of you pray to Ngati you are able to keep in check. The vision dissipates and your land legs reassert themselves. Let's hold her hand. You grasp her hand with tenderness. At first, nothing happens, but then a tiny droplet of water forms at the corner of her eye and rolls down her cheek, dripping on the floor. Wipe away. You reach out and draw your thumb down the statue's cheek, wiping away the trail of moisture. For a moment, the stone feels soft to the touch. Let's try reading the plaque at last. The words are much eroded and water damaged, but a few choice snippets of phrases stand out with clarity. Periki, lure and hunter crossed the length of and back again. Mbembert for cunning deal, Lafas. May her rest, Unity soul, Edom. Nothing else about the plaque stands out as remarkable.
This is the tomb of Periki. Such disrepair, I say.
Of course I'll take whatever I can, but why is your ghost still here?
The wheel. How it tugs at me. Akira. And how bright you look.
Thank you.
At least in death, I can complete a thought. My rod and the words of Pariki's devotion will open the way to the inner sanctum, past the sealed door.
Oh.
Pitied is Ngati, Lady of Lament. As the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view, her eyes well with tears, as constant as rain. But the moon's skyward journey continues apace, the lover's affection as ephemeral as fingers touching. You must strengthen the wards, no matter what it tells you.
What is this supposed to mean? Her mouth moves again, emitting no sound. As she fades from the side, she raises her hand to point toward the entrance of the sanctum. She reaches to touch the Heku's cheek, but of course her hand drifts through his skin. He shivers, touched by a passing breeze. We need 60 more souls for Baraf. I swear, why are you always at the... Why is he always at the front line? I don't get it.
What's that?
Do you have revival or something? Water double? I doubt it. Also, I forgot to give you this. Spirit Shift Shark draws upon the droid's natural connection to the shark, temporarily allowing them to assume that form. The Shark's Spirit Shift is has immunity to the dexterity affliction. Oh, good to know. So he naturally can shapeshift. Because it's called different. Yeah, it's cool. Unless you have 124 health. I'm fairly sure the bird has more. The bird has more health. Heal the companion. Yes, I took the Heku.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry.
For the homeland, Captain.
This.
Speak freely.
Interesting. Since it was his mother he was looking for, I do wonder how it will turn out. Okay, do we have explosives? The tunnel descends sharply into the murky waters. There's no telling just how far into the mountain it goes. That's why I mentioned explosives. Please. Pick this up, thank you.
What do you need?
What do we have here? True stories from the Living Lands. We know Living Lands well enough. We've been through a vote.
As you like.
We know as much about the Living Lands as we need to know Black Pearl. Oh.
Captain, a word?
Oh, you seriously want to talk?
Speak
Okay.
your mind, Captain.
Okay.
Try not to let it get to your head, Ishi. Wonderful. He's so much easier to wrangle when his ego's inflated.
That was weird. But I don't think I have the rod, do I?
Indeed.
No one saw it. I have medium, you also wear medium armor. God damn it. Do that. What would you say for heavy? Oh, it is also medium. Great. Let's do a second chance. I think I'll take it, yeah. Nice. Is his the rod that we need? Touch the rod, or with the rod of the Deep Hunter. Yep. The door reacts at once. A stone panel shifts aside to reveal a circular dial engraved with symbols. This would appear to be a locking mechanism require a precise combination. Study the symbols first. Brushing aside a layer of dust reveals a circular dial of pictographs. Though you could not guess by their relevance or relation to each other, you recognize the symbols themselves. The first is a full moon, its light beaming down on Eora. The next is Huana, symbol of Ondra, classically depicted with the head of an anglerfish in her aspect of as Nagati. The next is a pair of hands reaching out to each other, their fingertips just barely making contact. And the last is the rain, falling powerfully and inexorably. Yes. Of course I don't remember what she said.
What's that?
Okay, who you really cannot tell me what it was? Because I have it somewhere here. I should have it somewhere here. Study the symbols. Painted is Nagati, Lady of Lament. As the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view, her eyes well with tears as constant as rain, but the moon's skyward journey continues apace. The lover's affection is as ephemeral as fingers touching. Hello. Okay. So let me try and write that down. Yes, a puzzle. Unfortunately, I see note-taking in this one is a little bit worse than the first one. So the last one are hands. Hands are last. Moon is third. Then the rain, and I guess anglerfish will be first. Okay. Hello, wait, no, I'm not taking anyone's hands. I must push the hands. So, clockwise. Oh, counterclockwise twice now. Press it. You hear a grating mechanical clunk of stone tumblers settling into place behind the door. What's this lampfish? This anglerfish is one depiction of the goddess of seas, of the moon, of tides, the patron of the very godlike, the chanter's called in this adventure Ondra. She is depicted as a lady with anglerfish as a head. Yes, the lampfish god. Okay, the next one should be rain, I think. Clockwise, clockwise. Press it. Okay, then counterclockwise for the moon. Yes, she has two pairs of breasts. Yep, that is also very important to say. And clockwise, clockwise. And hands. You hear the clatter of tumblers resetting behind the door, and the engravings rotate back to the moon symbol. It doesn't seem like you're unlocking things in the correct order. Okay, let's swap Angler with moon. So the moon will be first. Then rain. Then anglerfish. And lastly, the hands. No. Okay. Okay. Do I don't understand? It's somewhere here. This one. As the pearl orb of the heavens crossed her view, so that is surely Moon. Moon. Her eyes welled with tears as constant as rain. Okay. But the moon's skyward journey continues apace. The lover's affection as ephemeral as fingers touching. Well, that... Oh, maybe Angler is first. So the... Wait. Beated is Nagati, Lady of Lament. So Nagati, Lady of Lament is the fish. As the pearl orb of the heavens crosses her view, Moon, her eyes with tears rain. So the rain, but then again we have the moon, and then the lovers. So maybe it's Angler, Moon, Rain, Moon, but I think we have to put it only 4. Okay. So Angler, Moon, Rain, and I have the very same issue with the letter puzzle in Torment, I swear. You hear the clatter of tumblers resetting behind the door, and the engravings rotate back to the moon symbol. It doesn't seem like you're unlocking things in the correct order. Should I rotate it like you do with save? So the first is counterclockwise, then it's clockwise until you get the symbol. Nagati would not have gifted her chosen people a veritable covenant unless they persisted, blah blah blah. Only the sigil of the covenant and the words of my devotion opened the way. Pushing does not help. Okay, let's try it this way. Counterclockwise. Angler. Clockwise. Moon. Counterclockwise until we get to Rain. And clockwise to Moon. Again. And counterclockwise to Hands. Yes, the moon was twice. You hear cluttering and rearing as the dial recedes into the door. There's a low rumble as the doorway opens inward, revealing a dark, narrow tunnel beyond. The air beyond the passage is humid, reeking of stagnant water and something else. Something old, which raises the hairs on the back of your neck. As you take your first step, an ear-splitting roar rises in volume and echoes down the passage, shaking loose the surrounding rock. Let's go. You navigate the dark, narrow tunnel, pressing your shoulders together to fit the passage. Oh no, a dragon. As the massive upheaval of water settles, the air thickens with oppressive humidity. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust before you can make sense of the shape that breached from the depths.
Oh, this would be a great fishing story.
Ishi, down. This is no time to pick a fight. Of course I know you can take him.
Galloway's feckin' spear. That there be a right bonny beast and a half.
Have you come to deliver me from this prison of my own making?
If you let me free, then yes. I already traded one's body for a dragon just to let me go. I will do it again. Let me get my bearings first. Who are you?
I am Skirilophus, Guardian of the Isles.
You ever consider a nickname?
Skyrelephus narrows his eyes at Eder.
Just give it some thought, is all I'm saying.
What is this? One of Andra's whelps?
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, you're talking about him. I take it you're the one causing the whole city to shake.
You do not see chains around me, but I am confined all the same. One by one, every link shatters. You can only be here for one reason. You serve the Huana. This prison is built on a foundation of their lies.
What are you talking about?
You stand in the sanctum of the Water Shapers, those who make parlor tricks of Ngati's art. An art in decline. The Huana Covenant has failed. With each grain of sand surrendered to outsiders, Ngati draws her favor away from her chosen people.
What covenant is that?
One struck in a different time, when the gods showered devotion on the Huana. The guild hides how their acolytes struggle. Their ancestral forms no longer respond as they once did. Soon, there will be no Water Shapers to remember them.
I like what I'm hearing so far.
Daughter of the West, what I intend for the Huana is nothing to what I will inflict upon your fleet.
The dragon huffs a breath of steamy air. Maya only narrows her eyes and shifts her weight.
When their mighty talent went into decline, I gave the Huana the strength to raise the very sea against our enemies. For my generosity, they bound me to this chamber by my soul.
This cannot be true, I say.
Wow.
The half-breed's naivete is charming. I see why you suffer his company.
Do you want his body? I believe you can get out of here in his body. I am willing to give it to you.
And now the Deadfire dies in my absence. The luminous Adra shrieks in agony, calling out for a guardian.
Also, an interesting fact, Dragon Soul can travel in Adra. Just like that. Your soul is stuck here. Let me take a look.
You are a watcher. Of all the kith who could have entered this chamber, how intriguing.
I am not attacking him on my own. At least not for now. And also, wait, if I will do what every pirate does with a dragon, I will have to censor my screen. So let's not do that. Submerging in the dragon's soul feels at first disorienting, like perusing the stacks of a vast library. The energy and vibrancy that should color his soul is grey and worn. From the shadows, a dark, formless thing reaches out to you in desperation. The walls around the stone floor drag the essence down and disperse its energy elsewhere, to the Water Shaper students of Neketaka. As it touches you, the weight of the prison is like an anchor. You withdraw from the sensation feeling shaky and depleted. We'll see. No, I am surely that's not an option. That's not an actual option. But that's what the typical bard would do. We will see how it turns out. Maybe we will end up fighting. Okay. So the other Water Shapers knew nothing about this.
Clever Pariki twisted the forms of her art. Rather than give obeisance to Ngati, they draw from the wards of this prison. None but the masters of the guild ever knew this.
Mother, Ngati never told me this, I say.
The goddess sent her insufferable tests. She never raised a fin to deliver me from this prison.
So she didn't tell me anything either. I mean, Ondra or Ngati. Ah, the gods are insufferable. I've looked into your soul. It is true.
Believe what you will. My duty to the archipelago is all that matters.
So is mine. And it involves aiming a cannon between your eyes.
Yeah.
Would you give me Tangaloa's kiss? I might welcome it. Freedom comes like the tide, and the Deadfire heeds my call. I sense a rod among your belongings.
No, I'm not giving it. I'm not giving it to you.
My gift to Pariki.
Oh.
My covenant with the Huana. Another broken promise.
Yes, I have the rod.
It made the enchantments of this prison and can destroy them. It can set me free.
We have a responsibility, I say. But if he speaks truth, the Huana are better served if he remains.
Your opinion is irrelevant, half-breed.
Letting you go deprives the Water Shapers of a useful asset.
The Huana will struggle. If they are worthy, they will endure.
Well.
Those who are wise will remember their covenant with ancient Ngati.
What happens to your captors if I do as you ask?
The Huana have chartered their doom. I will not mourn their passing. Neither will I speed it along while they stand against the foreign tide.
That's a pity. I was about to suggest we make a deal.
My concerns are greater than your petty squabbles over land.
Onikaza would have killed me. Would have been killed if I set her free. There has to be another way.
Is your loyalty to a queen of lies so steadfast? She may not know of me, but she is complicit in this crime all the same. You owe her nothing.
To be honest, the only person who knows about you was the one who founded the guild. The principal of the guild. Okay, but first let's get all the information I can get from you, since you are not a threat to me.
I will tolerate your curiosity.
Thank you. What if we excise the imprisoned portion of your soul from the rest?
No, my soul is not for the taking. Not by you, or any of the outsider spirit thieves.
We're not taking your soul. We are just letting most of you free. Isn't that what you want?
How then? You have a plan for this mad scheme of yours?
Give me a moment, I'll take a look at the wardstones. He lets out a distasteful hiss.
Very well. I give you one chance.
Oh.
Time has weakened the wards enough that I can leave this cell without you. There will be a debt of pain that I have no wish to incur. Betray me, and I will summon as many waves of Naga as it takes to shatter this prison.
I am good. I'm just trying to make a deal with the dragon. Anything in here? Wait, what are those? Those are the wards? A raised wardstone stands out from the watery floor in the dragon's prison. The runes engraved along its surface glow with pale light. Enchantments coursing through the stonework keep the dragon tethered to this spot and siphon energy from his soul. The spells of imprisonment look more recent. The siphoning enchantment merely sips at the dragon's essence and disperses it elsewhere. You think it could be used to store the essence, enough to last decades or longer if used responsibly. You can tell nothing else about the enchantments. The word flashes, causing the Lord of the Deep Hunter to tremble in your pack, as if the two share some arcane affinity to each other. Okay, I'm crazy, let's do this. Try to siphon enough of the dragon's essence to empower the guild, then break the imprisoning ward. The enchantment slips through your fingers in spite of its advanced age and depleted state. Clearly someone built this prison to resist any potential meddling. You leave it be for now.
It is no problem.
What are those?
It's beyond me.
Oh, just things I can take.
I shall make it so.
I stream every Mondays. Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Sorry, I forgot. What are the days of the week? Against the right. Oh, I cannot do it. So we can try disabling it then. I don't think we have any other choice with the enchantments. Yeah. Maybe if you can tell me something. You are the dragon. You should know something.
I make no promises to cooperate with your animancy games.
Animancy games, of course. I also do not like meddling with animancy. Yes, and I'm very punctual. For now, I'm playing Pillars RPG. I play Clair Obscure and some horror games on Sunday. Okay, let's disable the enchantments. I don't have any other idea. I don't have any other. Wait. What do I need for this? Arcane. Metaphysics. Metaphysics. Great. Wonderful. Ingredients. Where's food? Do I have something that will help me with metaphysics? What's metaphysics under? I am very into metaphysics, yeah. Seraph has 3, and you have 6. Why cannot you do it? If I select you. Okay, I'll set you free. The runes crackle as the power dissipates. In seconds their light is extinguished, and the shapes of each arcane sigil lose definition until they fade into total obscurity.
I can feel the weight of this pit diminishing around me. Do not stop now.
Patient. Please.
The next ward. Make haste.
Please. Let me work. I'm pretty sure he's gonna attack us once I'm done with the sigils, with the wards. Skylefas blinks down at you and rolls his shoulder as if for the first time.
The burden of this prison is lifted. I will return to the beloved Atra.
Will you consider showing mercy against those who wronged you?
Mercy. Only for those who showed mercy to me. The rest. Should your hopes darken on the high seas, You will feel a welcome chill as my shadow passes over your deck. Depend on it.
Scariolephas beats his wings, lifting his massive form above the ground of his watery prison. He stretches open his jaws and roars, the unusing blast blowing out the top of his prison, exposing it to the sky above. For the first time in untold years, natural light floods the interior of the chamber. He snaps his wings a second time, flying through the exit with wild abandon, tilting at reckless, unpracticed angles as he builds incredible speed. When he emerges, shrieks of horror and dismay grow in volume. Moments later, as he passes out of view, you hear an explosion of splintered wood, upheaved water, and incredible devastation on the southwestern corner of the island. Let's quietly walk out of here and pretend we know nothing about this. Yes?
When I joined the guild, I was a fish in a dream. Water Shapers were the keepers of our oldest covenant, protectors of history, heroes, I say. Now I see the guild only for what it has become. Ikera, a perversion of the oldest Juana art.
Well, yeah, Onakaza will be very happy about that. Well, she won't know anything if we don't tell her. The guild may need a new way forward if it hopes to endure.
If the guild cannot depend on its own teachings, then difficult times lie ahead of us all. I do not want to tarry in this house of regret a moment longer. My thoughts will be clearer in time. You are kind to listen, I say.
Of course.
You have questions? Ikera, I have answers.
The Kahanga royalty seem very taken with you.
Between the crown and the guild, Nekataka has high hopes for Ngati's chosen son, I say. If Ngati had not blessed me, I say the goddess touched me for more than enriching one tribe, glorifying one island.
I can tell you don't want to be anyone's savior.
Ikera, yes. I say there is me, Takehu, and there is the Takehu others would make like a coconut husk doll.
To the club.
The more I try to be the Takehu I know I am, the harder I am constrained. What say?
No one should pressure you to be something you're not.
But it is the adoring people who made Takehu the savior of the tribes. Many think that I have a duty to the Huana. I say I am the only one unconvinced.
Oh my goodness. You're being strangely dismissive of your worth.
I only dismiss what others would make of me. Ikera, I know what I am.
Hesitating at first, Takehu envelops your hand into his, the scales along his palm both prickly and warm. Just as it seems he will break away, instead he leans in closer.
I know how I seem. We did not have this word, conceded, before Adirans landed on the Isles. If Ngati had not touched me, I wonder if anyone would care.
Do you see this face? Do you see what's on my head, what's attached to my forehead? That's what being touched by Ngati means, unfortunately. So yeah, Takehu is half fish and half fish. Yep. Yes, a mermaid. The world around you darkens, and once again you feel an insistent tug for your attention. The pull centering from Takeku's soul. You stand in a grand hall, underwater and cloaked in oppressive shadows. Pillars of coral and bone reach up to support a ceiling that must be hundreds of fathoms away. Chandeliers lit with bioluminescent globes dangle from long ropes, swaying in languid tentacular motions. At the farthest end of the hall sits Ondra, as tall as a castle keep and leaning forward in her throne. She has adopted the head of an anglerfish and regards you with its globular stare. Her sickle-shaped jaw opens and closes in a rictus of conflicted emotions.
Poor boy. He has it backward, as usual. I did not choose him so that he could do great things. I chose him because talent should be fostered toward any end. How fortunate that you are here to set him on the right path. I know you won't disappoint.
I don't want to babysit anymore.
Apologies. I say I'd never miss an opportunity to talk about myself.
The present withdraws, leaving you unsteady on your feet. Oblivious, the Kehu offers a broad, showy smile.
You have questions? Ikera, I have answers.
Your mother has spoken about you.
Ngati spoke to you.
Yes, I kinda have a direct line to every god for now, yes?
To leave her son guessing. Oh, this is my tricksome mother through and through.
He seems to care about your well-being.
What mother doesn't?
There are a few.
You must be special indeed for Ngati to speak with words. For her people, she lays out cryptic stepping stones hidden in omens.
Just to be clear, I am playing as Moon Godlike. Moon Godlike are godlikes are Kith touched by Ondra. Okay, why are you so surprised about that?
Ikera, but send her my fondest wishes.
Where did you live prior to Neketaka?
The Kahanga are my tribe, but my people settled on Atua, an island too modest to deserve the attention of maps. My mortal mother tans boar hides. My father trades in the abundance of pearls and opals Atua is blessed to provide. When I was born, father called me his blue topaz boy.
That's so cute. When I was little, my father called me Little Viper. Have any other notable godlike come from Atua?
Doubtless, I say. But I am the most precious gem of recent history. Godlike are revered as bringers of local change, but only Ngati's chosen is thought to deliver an omen for all Huana at once.
Your birth must have been a great event.
Ikera, high winds stirred the vigor of the seas. 2 huts collapsed before our local storm speaker could shout down the weather.
I need to take a closer look at him, because I do not believe he is a godlike.
They say the skies only cleared when I fell into the midwife's basket. Peace had returned to the island, or so the Mataru predicted.
What did you do on the island?
Oh, I could not be kept from the water, so my father taught me how to dive for pearls and azada snails. Ngati filled my palms with riches on every harvest, I say. When I came of an age to begin a man's pursuits, the Mataru reached out to the Kahanga Queen. Weighing my arrival against the forces that descended on her territory, the Queen could not invite Ngati's chosen into the Water Shapers Guild fast enough. In hard times, the endorsement of a goddess is more valuable than currency. Ikera, speak on.
Can you tell me something about water shaping?
The art of our ancestors, I say. To bend water to our will is a gift from Mother Ngati to her chosen people. Since devastation swept our way of life out to sea, too much of the art has been lost. Periki, founder of the guild, organized the lore of Ngati's talent into a series of postures and meditations we call the 4 forms of water shaping. Fabrications, I say, meant only to siphon power from her dragon wards. But there is an echo of truth in them still.
I've read about the forms. He's a fish godlike. Yeah, but... wait, where's your... Here you are. Nah. he is no godlike. Reputation summary export, no. Honestly, I missed a little. Little depictions of what he is. He believes that the godlike are inherently beneficial influences on the or okay. He is marine godlike. Okay. Okay. Really? That is interesting. But I can see they do not mention Ondra here in my godlike's description. Okay. Oh. Now I'm curious. Because I'm fairly sure I am godlike of Ondra. Or Negati. Or however the hell you want to call it. It's the same goddess, just a different body.
That will do, I say.
Onikaza will want your report, I say.
I don't wanna.
Pariki should have known we could not keep a dragon forever.
Okay. I don't want to talk with you. Will she be at the palace? She will be probably at the palace. Of course, she won't send anyone after us. There's another entrance. Oh no, it's a cart. Palace rooftop. I won't make the same mistake twice. Yes. Godlikes are thought to be blessed by the goddess Ondra before birth. He's a phony.
What madness has its clutches around Pariki's overlook? The mountain shakes, bellows of anguish echo over the wind. And a shadow rose from the streets to cover Queen's Birth on its way to the sea. Now the traders look to me for answers I do not have. Nothing but panic and contradiction make their way to my ears. Tell me what happened.
I try to think how to be clever about this. The guild had a very sizable infestation in the basement. You feel Onekaza shoulder her way into your thoughts with impatience and conviction. No sooner does she encounter a recent memory of a sea dragon than she pulls back with a gasp.
So his was the heart I felt beating in my city. For what did the guild endanger my city with this creature? I will hear Myru's report.
Guildmaster Myra is dead.
No, to lose a teacher of Myru's skill while Rawatai points their cannons at us? Tekehu, my sympathies. I know yours was a turbulent apprenticeship.
Akera, the guild, they fought bravely, Highness.
Send every bird for my master water shapers. Tell them to cleave the ocean in half if they must. They will come to Nekataka now. I once told Myru she was not allowed to retire while Rawatai's fleet darkened my ports. Negati is not done testing me, I say.
Periki captured the dragon long ago and built the guild around his prison.
Pariki was a whaler before she took up Negati's art. I say her largest trophy was a secret, well kept. Kahanga legends tell us that our ancestors made compacts with the creatures of the Deadfire. Send for Ranga Hauhua of the Wapua tribe. If she could soften the hearts of my cats, I say dragons are not beyond her.
Ikera, but I cannot believe... Highness, would you trap another of Ngati's ancient pets?
I would go any distance to protect my people. Can Nagati's chosen say the same?
Well, since now there's two of us, yeah, I'm fairly sure I'm responsible before Andra for the little... for the guy next to me, so yeah.
Speak on, Watcher. As surely as a tide swelling over the shore, I feel you are not finished.
The forms of water shaping are fabrications made to tap into the dragon's prison.
Then Pariki's students had an advantage in their lessons, I say, and Myru's after her. All at the cost of this beast's freedom. If water shaping is not as our ancestors taught it, we cannot reckon how much of the original form we have lost. What became of the dragon, Watcher? If the power of this beast strengthened our guild?
I set him free. Nothing in Onakaza's outward bearings changes, but the silence of the rooftop garden feels especially oppressive. Then you notice the scratching sound of her nails in the armrest of her chair, and her tigers glance up at you with sudden attentiveness.
No, no, I say! Nagati close her teeth around your boat and Wodika scrawl your name in her log of disgrace.
Ariolifas hates foreigners. I set him loose as a favor to you.
A favor? Amira, save me from your charity. If my apprentices struggle to learn Nagati's art, then we have no hope of replenishing the ranks. And I do not have the luxury of patience. I cannot keep Rawatai in check if they do not recognize our strength. The guild can outlast this, but our enemies will test us beyond what we can endure.
Yeah, she's not happy after all. She's afraid. You can't afford to lose friends, Onakaza.
You think I do not know this? An ally of the crown would do anything to preserve our way of life, to see that the Huana prosper, I say.
I didn't set out to damage the Huana cause, Highness.
Then you are nothing but a fish puppet Ngati sent to trick us with cheap lures of hope. Even in desperate times, this falls beneath the expectations of the Kahanga crown. You may see yourself out.
Farewell, Highness. I wish I could have done more for the Huana. She winces. An expectant murmur grows among the onlookers of the rooftop garden.
Wait. Water Shapers have kept this city in the hands of the Kahanga. A queen cannot do this alone. You may work off your debt to the crown. I will swallow my pride if it keeps an ally under my roof.
Thank you, Highness.
Thank the goddess. Pray that she finds you worthy of service. My water-shaping masters will arrive soon, and I say the guild will be stronger for their guidance. But a queen's work is not finished until she has endured all of Nagati's trials. I could send birds to every Ranga and rally them to our cause, but Neketaka needs more than strength. We need pure Huana fury. We need the Wahaki. My brother calls the Wahaki the last true Huana. He's severe on the Kahanga, but I do not call him wrong. The tribe hates all foreigners. Passing ships are attacked on sight, and explorers never make it back to the beach.
Go on.
I have hesitated to let the trading companies see my teeth, but those days are behind us. Filling the seas with Wahaki war canoes will strike terror in the heart of even Rawatai's Iron Fleet.
Are we still pitting cannons against canoes, Highness?
Cannons exhaust themselves after every battle cry. My warriors do not.
I have questions before I agree.
Ask. I would not have you journeying to Oriokoiki uninformed.
Ori Okoiki, the cursed land of corpses?
The corpses refer to the pungent Koiki trees. The curse. There are Nguithan ruins on the isle.
Of course there are.
They say our ancestors were either superstitious or had no taste for Koiki.
What was this Wahaki thing? I think Wahaki would be extremist tribes of warriors. Let's see. Aggressive and isolationist Juana tribe. Yeah. But for now it sounds very similar to all the Juana people. I wonder if the Heko is like his goddess, the fish one, if the... Listen. Nagati touched me, and I have something growing from my forehead. If she touched him in the wrong place, I bet you he has multiple things sprawling out. What more can you tell about the Oaxaci?
It is said the Oaxaci did unspeakable things to survive the downfall of our ancestors, cannibalizing the injured and making blood sacrifices to the gods. As the dust settled, the other tribes learned to keep their distance from the tribe. Those who do not think like my brother say the Oaxaci never recovered from the loss of Ukaizo.
Do you seek to gain from this alliance?
The Huana are always stronger together than we were apart. I want the Oaxaci to remember this. Today, we are tribes, united under the gods. Tomorrow, we can be an empire, and the Deadfire our protected haven. Akira, then you will seek out the Oaxaci and bring their strength to the Kahanga?
I'll make contact with Oaxaci and hope for the best.
Sail for the Isle of Oriokoiki and return when you have an answer from the tribe, whether fair or foul. The island lies northwest of Nekataka.
So Juana is the grand word to describe this Aumaua tribe, I think.
Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. If you remember this, it could save your life.
Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas. I will forget that. Over crumbling mountains, across blighted seas.
Write it down if you must, but recall it when the time comes.
Yeah.
The Oaxaci are not a trusting people.
I already forgot. Over crumbling mountains across blighted seas. So it didn't end that bad. Yes, mountain something. Mountains, seas. Blighted seas. Okay, blighted seas. Blighted seas. I'm fairly sure I will remember what that was about. I took the wrong stairs. I won't. No, I won't. I definitely won't remember what I meant by the blighted sea. I have over mountains, blighted seas. Country road. Take me home. To the place I belong.
You need something? I thought Aothus was too busy kicking over islands to blunt his teeth with mortals. What say? You must take something from all this idle chatter with the gods.
Nothing new. I've been at this before, honestly.
For what does he listen to you, then? The gods I know are tight of lip and hard of hearing.
Mine won't shut up. He raised a hand to his lips and stifles laughter, shaking his head.
I could not imagine the inner workings of a god. But the...
Wait, sorry. What did you say? What did you say? But then I am not mental. It is for mortals to flail in the darkness, I say, while gods point us toward the light. They have a plan for us. The last thing they need is doubt. Nah. As he waits your words, the Heko winces a little.
To be worshipped, to have others interpret your design. Such a burden, and mortals demand it so. For what should a god worry about such cares, when theirs is the hand on the tiller?
Are we still talking about Eodas? He pauses, blinking at you with a handful of hair pressed between his fingers.
Akira, I did not wish to burden you. These days I am having to think harder than my pampered years. You will forgive the handsome fish if he is as curious as the green god. At least Aothus has you to keep him in check. What happens when we catch up to him is Something for future Takehu to worry about.
The world around you darkens, and once again you feel an insistent tug for your attention. The pull centering from Takehu's soul. Andra, please let me be. Once again you find yourself in Andra's waterlogged hall of power. The tired swaying of bioluminescent chandeliers casts uneven rays of light down on her court.
Scratch under the wet clay of any artist and you hatch a lifetime of fear and doubt. My boy doesn't fear the gods. He only fears what he'll compromise by living up to his potential. But isn't it easier to let sculptures represent you? Poor thing. Nothing he does could disappoint me. But that is a mother's prerogative.
The world reasserts itself all around you. The Kehu wears an uncertain smile, tipping his head inquisitively. Let's be off.
An old salt swaggers in with a ship's wheel sticking out of his pants.
I honestly have it with the... Hey, guys.
New swabby be asking a first mate. Do galleys like this be sinking often?
Usually it's just the ones. Even Ishi knows that one.
Oh, gods, lass, you be no fun at all.
Really sure we are done with Neketaka for now. Those are Captain Ferrante. What's that? Now the Herald of Lucia Advance, Miss Ferrante will want to know of my finding. I don't know where that is. Travel to Sacred Stair in Neketaka and kill Katrin. She only frequents the district at night, so we must stay here. The Animancers. Oh, and the Animancers. Oh, no, not the Animancers. No. So, the Animancers and their equipment here in Neketaka caused me to go into the realm of God of Death and Entropy, Rimgrant. He didn't like it one bit. I'm fairly sure it will happen again. Okay, I think I can I rest here? I can wait here till evening, midnight.
Your orders?
Serpent Crown Guard, where can I... Wait, where can I find her? Sacred Stair. Oh, Serpent's Crown, Sacred Stair is somewhere different. The boss, yeah. And apparently he takes a form of Frost. Give me a moment because I need to think. Sacred Stair. A moment, I need to think. Sacred Stair. Okay, Sacred Stair. I need to go up there either way for the Animancers. And apparently, not Beraf, oh my goodness, Remgrant. Remgrant takes a form of frosted over bison or another bison-like creature. Looks really cool.
You ever long for the simple life, soldier?
Nah, where I'm from. Sometimes the simple life comes knocking on your door with nooses and pitchforks.
Supplies, get your supplies here.
Yabo, not somewhere here by any chance. Temple of Barath. If I can avoid it, I do not want to re-enter Temple of Barath. The heck can she be? She only frequents the district at night. Sacred Stair in Neketaka. Katrin. Oh, there she is. Give me a moment, give me a moment.
bleeding me dry. All I needed was a few damn components.
Alright. Catherine, Isom. Say your farewells.
Oh, not this again. There's a dozen of you fools in every city.
Okay, but this time I am in the middle of it. I'm doing fine. Sarah fan, not you. Oh, I think Katrin is done. Sarah fan, run away, run away, run away. Why is... Oh, no, not that again. Demon's light, okay. The problem is the guards attacked me. It happened once already. Second wind, I will heal all three of you here. Maya, you need to heal yourself. I'll probably not make it against the guards. Yeah. Yeah, it won't. Another one. Devotees of Magran as well. Okay, okay. I'll do it a little bit differently. I have the same issue with the Imp Admiral. The exact same problem that the guards got included for whatever reason. Because they shouldn't. Wait, do you want me to do fireball on the civilians or not? Yeah, I will try. Okay. Okay. I don't know why Magran devotees also got involved in this fight. Come here. Come here, you idiot. All the idiots, come here.
Can't get a clean head.
Oh, the constructs are difficult. Immune, yeah. No, wait, no murder. No, no blood for the blood god. No skulls, no. Yeah. Okay, if all of you can fight with this one. If you can do... What can you do? Embrace of the Earth Down. Push to stone bars and inflicting slash damage on everyone caught in the area. No pierce damage. Weakened. Crush. Okay, I think that should work. Yeah, the devotees of Magran are enraged again. I don't know why. If they hit, then that they should be the ones who suffer from it and not me. Where am I? I am somewhere there. I don't know where. Here. Okay, Katrin is here. Please be so kind and heal everyone in here. I am flanked, but I should be able to do something. Not if I die. Okay, Katrin is... Katrin... So now let's call her Catlock. Okay. Disengage, disengage, disengage. Oh, I didn't heal. Vent for revival, please. Oh, don't tell me you have to go there. Okay. I'll heal myself yet again. I cannot heal myself again. I can do something. Fighting really won't help. I want him to blow that level. The Heko keeps revealing his fish form. We made it. Oh. We broke the broken. Not sure what kind of... Yes, it is a hammerhead shark, although, yeah, he changed back. No penetration, no penetration. Okay, I am doing my thingy to lower his defense.
Can't get a clean hit.
You're doing good, Maya. You're doing very good. Purge of toxins, not really what we need. Blindness freeze. Empower not bring their robust inspiration for better than our own party members. I used it.
Not even close.
Red skulls. It means that the fight is going to be very difficult, but it is possible. As you can see, something is happening. So if I can get more revs, I can cast the lowering of his armor, which should be enough. Oh no, Maya, no, Maya is not. And Maya is doing a lot of damage, honestly. And this is doing a lot of big favors to us.
Yes,
can't get a clean hit.
Nature smart. Also, I can try knocking down. I think it failed. No penetration. That's a bummer. I have potions, right? Yes. You too should have potion. It will take a long time though. Major healing. Oh, is that? Okay, so I might as well speed it up a little bit.
Might as well be hitting the water.
We are doing minimal damage, but we are doing something. Empower. Oh, I can empower myself, I guess.
Can't make it dead.
Heal yourself, Maya. Walk away. Empower yourself. It will work. I had a fight with one enemy that only Eder survived, and he survived it only because well, sorry, as a fighter, both I and Eder have this weird health recovery. Okay, I need you to hold back. What do we have here? Moonwell. Please make it work. Make it work before you fall. Thank you. Do you have anything else?
At your service.
I think we have some healing. Lots of healing. There, can you try knocking him down, please?
Might as well be hitting the water.
I think I'm also trying it, yep. I'm definitely... Yes. Oh, I'm definitely making the game work somehow, but if the game does not want to cooperate, then I'm not willing to cooperate on the rules the game implies. Move away.
Can't get a clean hit.
They're still doing whatever they're doing. Actually, I think I can send the three of you to fight them. You have no penetration either way. Not that you... Okay, he is immune, so fight the devotee. It's done. I mean, this one is done. Seriously, civilians, go away.
Can't get a clean hit.
Yes, Captain.
This one is a lot easier.
That might will be so.
Can't make a dent.
As long as we don't get any guards involved. It still takes so long. Okay, I'll try to counter his armor with my anti-armor. Don't try to scare him. What are you doing? Paralyzes. I don't think he can be paralyzed. He can be paralyzed. I am not questioning how it works.
Can't get a clean hit.
Either you can use your empower. Please knock him down. Please knock him down. I have had enough of him. So that's how you fight the enemies in places with civilians. Oh. Thank you. You track them out. Wave just for good measures. Why are you yellow? Oh, I think she's afraid of us. No wonder. And regarding these... Wait for the animuses to finish recalibrating their machinery. Oh, Flown will send a message. Okay, great. Super. Wonderful. I want to go back to my ship. I see. No. Okay, it's a busy city square. The cool waters of Neketaka's town wells serve poor and rich alike, yet those who gather at them share certain unmistakable features. Tired Aumawa visages, yokes borne across labored backs, and tattered purparo rags. Whether for themselves or their masters, each waits in a long line to claim a bucket full of fresh water. Let's speak with them. The Ruparu, long accustomed to ignoring their superiors, pay you little mind, only belatedly realizing that you address them. One of them, an older woman, blinks dark eyes at you. Akira, it is Evna. I am always hearing stories about you. It is said you are a decent person. A younger man chimes in. Not like so many of those foreign swords. A child reaches for your hand. With a growing cascade of murmurs, the crowd unravels between you and the now bubbling wellhead. A black liquid splatters from between the stones of the well, and someone in the crowd screams. A Mac-man from the reparo case steps forward. His boots seem more sloshed than leather, but his plungers so long could fit in with any formation of pikemen. He raises a hand to the curdling crowd. Be at ease, Akira. For what do you flee? I always am cleaning these. He blinks as the undulating formlessness of a noose bubbles up from the well. He takes a step back, shaking. Go. I'll take care of this. The Omawa drops his plunger and bolts ungainly on shoddy boards. You turn to see a second thick ooze burst out of the well, shredding the wall's yolk and scattering the pit stones. Cast a spell to freeze the oozes. Thank God we have Tekehu. Blizzard, Okay, let's do Blizzard. Tekehu's magic weathers the beastly mire and snap freezes it. A moment later, the icy totem falls and shatters across the yard. You look to congratulate Tekehu, but the crowd screams again. You turn to see small balls of ooze escaping the well and plopping onto the ground. They sluggishly roll side to side, getting whatever bearing an eyeless monster might need. Do that thing again, Akira! Juana yells. With the whoosh and the eyes! There's far too many human spells to take care of. To me, I'll protect you, I guess? The Macmen and the crowd swarm to you for safety, the shape of the mob gelatinous as it fills in behind you. Behind you, the oozes ripple and divide, each small creature falling free like a rotten grape from the bench. They roll towards you, collecting dirt as the crowd gasps and backs away. You ready yourself. Those are just oozes. I'm not even gonna really do anything. Those are just oozes. Come on.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Oh, that was too much. Anything we get? Some ooze.
Aye, aye.
I would like to leave. Hello? Oh. Yes, I'm leaving the city. I'm still leaving the city. What did I unlock? Oriokoiki. Right. I am also supposed to do something. Oriokoiki, Deadfire. I'm... Unfortunately, it doesn't show me where I'm supposed to go with the quest. It's where I got them. The painted masks. Alright. Sorcerer and a gentleman. Head to Sayuka. Hasongo. Oh, I think we were to Hasongo. Yes, let's go. Ay. Oh, wait, whose quest is it? Eder. Oh, come on. Why didn't you say anything when we were at Hasongo? Terre Osi, Berkana. We are supposed to go. Honestly, I don't know where Markran's teeth are. Ashenmo, oh, it's over there. It's everything in this world has at least 2 names for it. It's easy to get lost in trying to understand. We are back at Hasongo, and I was supposed to look for some guy. Hopefully this time Eder will actually speak up. Hello, you have a name?
Light of Aethys be upon you, neighbor. Are you looking for survivors?
Unlike the other survivors you've seen, this young man, despite the haggard look and a set of dirt-smeared, tattered clothes, wears a calm face and speaks with a steady voice. Yes, actually, my friend is looking for someone you were told might live around here.
Short lady, about my age, came from Deerwood with her son. Let's see, freckles, braids usually. Punches you in the arm if she likes you, face if not. Oh, and that's if you're lucky.
No, that doesn't sound like anyone.
Is there someone else we might ask?
I don't think you'll have much luck around here. I know all my neighbors.
We are in the right place. You must know her. She has a son about your age?
You gotta be her son. Got her nose and her freckles. You don't have to lie to me, kid. I'm a friend of your mother's. She hiding from someone? Maybe an ex-lover who gave her the best night of her life?
Get there, come on. You're protecting her, we understand.
No, I misspoke.
Forget it. Just tell me something. Your father, you know him?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Like Eder said, we're friends of your mother's.
Right, friends of Alava's. Yes, I knew my father when I was very young. He was a man of strong faith.
Have to be. You get Alava mad, you need a god on your side for protection.
He was lost to us during the purges, which was how we came to flee here.
So you met him. Well, that's great. You had a dad.
A moment passes with Eder staring at the Baron with a strange, undulating grimace drawn back across his face. He clears his throat.
Where's your mother now? Got a lot of catching up to do.
My mother is with Aethys.
Is at church?
I don't think you take my meaning. She passed the veil a few years ago. A flu. It's possible her soul has taken a new body by now, but if she was truly blessed, she marches instead beside the shining god.
Eder's face has gone scarlet beneath his firm moustache. His nostrils pulsate with each heavy breath.
You lied to us. Said you didn't know her. Expect me to believe this now?
Easy. He lost his mother.
Funny, you wouldn't know it to look at him.
Eder stares the boy down, then turns away with a grunt and not worth a gesture.
I'm not lying. She's buried on the other side of that hill.
How could she be gone?
Don't be troubled by her passing. All souls that march with Aethys receive his warmth and light.
You seem confident in a god who's causing a lot of destruction.
You can't build on broken foundations. Real change needs destruction. I trust my god knows better than I do. He knows truths I'll never learn.
And got that right.
I was once lost. I struggled as you do now. But the partisans of the lighted path have restored my faith in Aethys. What greater honor than to march in his vanguard?
What do you mean march with Aethys?
Aethys has come to us twice now. Even Oblivion couldn't slow his march.
Me.
We shouldn't have opposed his first coming. He meant to rally us under his banner.
Oh, I know a lot of dead Deerwoodans who will be relieved to hear that.
He destroyed it then, as he does now.
You got the giant footprint on your back to prove it.
Aethys forced everyone to declare themselves as ally or enemy, nothing more. Now he marches again, and we have a chance to correct our mistake.
Well, that's charitable.
I would like to have joined him when he passed this way, but I was weak. It won't happen again.
Who are the partisans of the lighted path?
We began as children of the Dawnstars, separated from each other as we questioned our purpose. But then Aethys granted a vision to Gadarian Bosch. Bosch saw an illuminated path lighting the way through a black abyss. And he saw Aethys marching on the path, and Aethys bade him to march alongside. And the Shining God told Gadarian Bosch to gather an army of the god's truest followers, and to prepare to lead it into battle.
You'd think after getting blown up, he'd slow down on the battling.
Who does Aethys intend to battle?
We don't know. The end of the path hasn't been revealed to Gadarian Bosch yet.
Of course, let me enlighten you. He's gonna battle other gods. He wants to destroy the wheel, etc.
Faithful. Shouldn't matter.
How will you join Aethys when he marches beneath the sea?
It'll be a great journey, but we're prepared. Gadarian Bosch knows the way.
Has this Bosch shown proof of his visions?
Aethys himself has appeared in Deadfire in the form Gadarian Bosch foretold. That's more proof than any of his faithful could ever ask.
I'm sorry, I really don't like Aethys and Eotasians. I can barely stand Ether when he speaks of Aethys.
What fortune to be given this opportunity, to know our god in the living world.
Why did you lie to us about knowing Elafa?
Gadarian Bosch warned us. Those outside the partisans may ridicule us and test our faith, especially our old families and others close to them. We've learned it's best to keep to ourselves and those with open minds, which relations and friends mostly aren't.
Okay, Ether, did you get what you needed here? Ether takes a deep breath. He looks around, then at Baron. He nods, tight-lipped.
We can go.
We'll be going then.
Hey, kid. What was your name again?
Baron.
Right. This lighted path fellow, Bosch. Sounds interesting. There's some way I can meet him?
He's usually on the move, rallying followers. But the partisans of the lighted path often gather in the Temple of Aethys in Neketaka.
Oh.
I am soon to go there myself, in fact. There's an adherent there, Evna, who initiates new partisans. No doubt she'd be pleased to help you. Aethys needs able soldiers, even in their elder years. You should consider what Evna has to say. It might speak to you. Farewell.
I am not getting out of Neketaka anytime soon. We constantly have to go back there. I just want it to be done. Really? Yes. Okay, let's go to the Temple of Khon. I swear, I hope this is the last time we have to sail to Neketaka for anything. And I'll have to get some more water, some more rations soon. Ship. Is this my ship? This is my ship. I swear we will sail somewhere different than Neketaka today. Unless we'll have to fight something. Sacred Stair, Temple of Khon. Yes. You see a billowing cloud of smoke behind the houses ahead of you. In the higher reaches of Neketaka, slanting shanties and buildings of foreign design fall away to be replaced by colorful, open homes with wide wooden doors boasting intricate reliefs. Rather than pester you for a bit of coin or a bite of food, The children here try to sell you tickets to play or extol the benefits of the public baths. You turn a corner and plunge into commotion. One of the great homes crackles before you, completely ablaze. Most of the Juanas stare, enraptured by the flames, but a few cry out or run for the fire brigade. Yeah, please examine the house. The home seems no different than others in the district, though perhaps a bit larger than average. Bright blue paint flecked with white accents spills over sturdy stone, where it hasn't already been blackened by the fires. The large front doors are open, coughing smoke into the streets, and you think you can make out shadowy movement within. Fresh torches lie on the eaves above. It seems this was the work of arsonists. Please use your freeze ability. The Kehu chants, and you feel the balmy tropical air plunge into coolness. The powerful blast of cold extinguishes the torches, leaving a slick coat of rime on the eaves around them, but the flames have already spread into the depths of the home. You plunge through the open doors, an arm raised protectively over your mouth. Smoke surrounds you, and the heat plucks at your skin, curling your hair. Then you see the bodies. Sprawled out in the main room are 3 corpses. 2 lie on the floor, wounds from small, thin blades still oozing blood. A 3rd is draped over a long, low chair, her body punctuated by crossbow bolts. Investigate. Maya. A faint trail of bloody footprints mark a path towards the back of the house. Okay, spirits. You open your water senses, seeking the presence of spirits. You feel pain buffeting you, the stabbing agony of blades biting your skin, the heavy strikes of crossbow bolts. You hear footsteps, the galled bastards who killed you, fleeing through the back door. The essence of the spirits roils dangerously, fed by the physical flames and feeding them in return. The vision fades. Let's pursue the arsonist. You burst through the back door onto an almost abandoned street. A group of wrecked kith holding torches are the only people present. You note one of them holds a bulging sack stained with blood. One of the kith, a broad-shouldered human in a tight-fitting mask, scowls. Got ourselves a hero, it seems. Sadly for you, the boss were clear on enslaving no witnesses. You've seen their type before hanging around the rail. By the way they handled themselves, you infer they were most likely hired by him. Grinning, the thugs draw their weapons, spreading to surround you. Back off, assholes. Of course. One of the thugs looks to the masked man. This asshole just called us assholes? I think that's what it, he responds. Seems to be in need of some more holes, if you ask me. The arsonists advance. I am not sparing you guys only because you work for the rail. And there was supposed to be 3 of you, not 5. Ay. Fag. Cutthroat, Brawler, Pyromancer. Go for the Pyromancer. Oop.
Yes, very well.
Oh. Okay, the shark form is very nice. You can take a closer look at it now that we have a moment. It really looks nice. And it's gone.
Spot on.
Pretty please can the blight stop coming? for your stuff. Nothing from you, and thank you for your stuff. With that, I'll be able to buy some rations. And Temple of Gold. Let's go. If we'll keep getting interrupted, I'm sure we won't make it out of Neketaka today. Derek Ogne, there you are. This woman's unceasing smile and direct, violating gaze give the strong impression of someone selling something.
Light of Aethys be upon you.
Baron said you could tell us about the partisans of the lighted path.
Your friend guided you truly. Gadarian Bosch has honored me with the duty of helping his message reach all of the faithful. We answer the Shining God's call. He shows us the way and we march in his wake. Already the Vanguard prepares to make its journey, with more soon to follow.
How would you join up with Eodas? Chase him in a boat?
Yes, in fact. We will follow him along the lighted path. When the time is right, he will welcome our souls into his legion. Gadarian Bosch has seen it.
Just your souls, then? Not your bodies?
Your journey sounds dangerous.
The Shining God demands total commitment from his followers. What good is a soldier who is not willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for her cause? To walk the lighted path, one must be willing to never turn back.
Tough to walk very far without a soul. The Hollowborn, huh? Usually you'd have to stack him in a wheelbarrow and push him around.
So the Hollowborn were people born without souls. They were really apathetic. Rarely made it through teen years. Who are the Vanguard?
Gadarian Bosch leads the Vanguard. They are the most righteous of the partisans. They will be the first to join the ranks of Aethys, the first to charge at his call.
Baron said something about the Vanguard. You don't think he's that dumb, do you?
I think, yep, I do. Ogne's eyes shift momentarily to Edar, then back to you. She says nothing, merely re-raising her smile. Do you have a list of people in the Vanguard? We want to see if our friend is among them.
The Vanguard know their own, and Gadarian Bosch knows them. Beyond that, we keep such information private.
Me.
If they know their own, what do you think they'd say to a couple new members? Can we be in the Vanguard too?
I don't want to.
I'm afraid you cannot. The Vanguard is reserved for the most faithful among us. You have not even joined the partisans.
That I have only just learned of the partisans is a circumstance, not a measure of faith.
How right you are. Forgive me. I did not mean to cast doubt on your character.
Of course you didn't.
Unfortunately, even if I were to initiate you right now into our order, it would be too late to join the Vanguard. Their ship is docked right now in Neketaka, and set to depart at any moment.
You think he could be on it? If he left right after we did, we gotta go.
They won't take you, but there will be more ships to follow. Stay and learn about the partisans of the lighted path, and I'll see that there is room for you.
That's a real nice offer. We'll think about it and get back to you.
Open your notes, her expression no different than it was when you arrived. They will kill us. Or worse even, they will try to indoctrinate us. Let's see. South exit, I think, is the quickest one. Where do you want to go? The ship is docked in Neketaka. Okay. We need to find that ship. Means there, if I would say. More. I don't see anything about the dogs. Do I have anything else? No, thank you. Thank you for telling me that it is in Nikitaka. This whole place is Nikitaka. Okay, let's see the prostitute first. Honestly, both of those places could host a ship. You see? Docks. Please tell me we're too late. It may not be here. It's loud. I don't think it's. Okay, so maybe it is indeed in Queen's Bird. Oh my goodness. I hear someone call out for your attention. You're wandering through the streets when a man approaches you, cutting through the crowd. You've never seen him, but the look in his eyes suggests that he recognizes you. Watch her! Let me through! A meadowfolk man emerges from the crowd, red-faced and wild-haired. He pays no mind to the irritated pedestrians glowering at him. His bright eyes are fixed on you. You're the one what saw the miracle when Eodas rose at Ket Noir. Awe and conviction quiver in his voice. And you must be Litran. You left Hassan Goddess before Eodas arrived. I knew it! Our paths were meant to cross. Our people think highly of you. It's no wonder Eodas chose you to witness his return. That's why I'm hoping you can help. The tiniest flicker of doubt dances across his face. He banishes it with a deep breath and launches into his tale. I've been having strange dreams, a wheel that spins and spins, an orchard of koiki trees, each grown from the fallen fruit of the last. He scratches at his whiskered chin. Then the spokes of the wheel break apart, the trees stop growing, fruit falls and rots until the ground is covered with festering, stinking pulp. What are you telling me? You used to ponder the great mysteries of the world, peer into things most of us can't begin to figure. I've got to think you people can understand what this means. Besides, he knows at his lips. In these dreams, I also see you at the center of the wheel, in the middle of the orchard. You were there when Eodas rose, and you seem to follow every place he's been. He works his mouth into a fretful pout as he gets to the crux of his concerns. Eodas has always meant rebirth and redemption, but so much death follows in his wake, both in the Saints' War and now here, again. His wide eyes are full of questions. Is this what I sound like? Edda gives you a guilty grimace. He turns toward Litran. Friend, I would love to buy you a drink if it would help. He shakes his head, the anxiety mounting behind his eyes. I need to know what this means. Please. Death and rebirth are part of the same cycle. You can't have one without the other. But like this? So chaotic, so violent. He shakes his head. My people followed Eodas to war once. I wonder sometimes if we failed him when we lost, or if we did at the moment we laid hand to blade. Please, you've seen more than anyone. You've got to have some idea of what it all means, and how we make sense of it. Even gods must answer for their crimes. Iotas is no exception. I suppose if they made the rules, they ought to abide by them. Lateran nods, letting this sink in. I won't keep you, but you've given me a lot to think about. Thank you. He turns away and allows himself to melt into the crowd. Thank you. Queen's birth. Queen's birth. We were interrupted and we must make the way again. Great. Thank you. It's still lovely. There's a ship. Thank you, Wade. Have a good day. Fishing this. Let the peddlers come now. I think we're in here. Peddler can now. Wait, where is this? Oh, I'm fairly sure they mistook it for this. Isn't this my ship? I'm fairly sure this is my ship. Opener, trading company, cobbler. I have no idea. Because this is my ship. Oh, sorry, I did not want to do it like this. Let me see. It became clear in speaking with Ogne that the partisans of the lighted path intend to join Edos by dying in close proximity to him. Baron said he intended to be in their vanguard. The first wave to join Edos. Their ship is docked in Neketaka. Where? Quite literally, the only ship that's docked here is mine. Maybe there's someone we can ask about ships. There should be no ships in the gullet. It is possible. It is possible that the ship is docked below the gullet. I hate this place.
We missed it.
Oh.
They're gonna park that thing next to Aethys and slit their own throats. I wish they'd gone ahead with it before they got Baron involved. If we can't catch it, can you promise me we'll go right now?
Yes, we'll go right now.
I knew there was something I liked about you.
I swear you're way... you're way too tragic person that I... Yes, it's already 10 PM. But we need to go after Iotas. We cannot disappoint either. Hey, let it be. Neketaka, Orikoiki. I am honestly Ashenmo. We go to the Ashenmo. Then I can stretch a little bit while we are sailing. Oh, plagued ship. Oh. think we had played one before. On the horizon, a ship comes into view. Its sails furled, the ship lists upon the water. Plague ship! Ramdam Ridgery cries out from the fore, finger jabbing skyward, indicating a green flag billowing lazily in the breeze on the ship's main mast. Beodle leans in close. We should be careful, Captain, or we'll catch whatever took hold of those poor souls. Still, Landreth muses, there may be something worthwhile on board. The crew steals glances at you to catch a hint of how you're inclined to proceed. Even without a spyglass, you can spy a few living crew moving around above deck. There's your spyglass still. You survey the deck of the ship. A few deckhands appear to be taking stock of some cargo. Pale to the last, they appear exhausted, their clothes drenched in sweat. Alright, pull alongside. The crew guides your ship next to the plague vessel. The deckhands and captain appear shocked and apprehensive. Hey, heal us, mercy! The captain blurs out, his voice raspy. I didn't think anyone would come to our tool, but their unsteady posture betrays the sickness that seems to have affected them all. What are you people afflicted by? Some of my soldiers have taken up the gut rot. We know it isn't fatal on its own, but we can't sail while they're barely standing. The captain surveys the sick crew with sympathetic eyes. Not safely, anyway. The aid we can give is limited. We don't have the supplies for treatment. The fatigued crew of the plague ship slumps dejectedly. The captain hangs his head, but nods. I understand. He mutters, the words heavy with disappointment and frustration. Aww. There's nothing to be done here. Steer clear and let's be on our way. Landreth shrugs and sighs, but Beodle nods approvingly. A wise decision, Captain. The crew steers clear of the plague ship and sails on until it disappears on the receding horizon. Gain some morale, but we didn't lose anything, so that's a good trade in my book. The only good point about this is, yes, finally the temperature dropped below 28 degrees. Oh. And we've entered Margaret's Thief. I'm not boarding a plague ship. It's literally called the plague ship. I don't wanna get the whatever they have. Thick smoke, black as death, plumes from the peak of a rumbling volcano, the largest in the chain of mountains that makes up Markran's Thief. A serrated fissure gapes in the mountainside, deep and dark, but intermittently lit by a red-hot glow. The cavernous opening is too narrow for the Defiant to sail through. The skiff sways tumultuously in the superheated water the closer you row to the cave's cracked opening. Lava burbles down the mountainside, scorching rivers that disappear into the dark blue sea. Inside the rock face, the sound of churning magma grows louder, and the air warms around you, beading sweat along your brow. Well, it's so hot in here because I have the windows directed to the west. So starting from 3 p.m. till the very sunset, I get the full sun.
Could we not sail somewhere cooler?
Though ashen, the skin of this dead giant remains hot to the touch. Just like the Norse at its mercy. I do not listen to whatever someone who lived 400 years is saying, and who decided to and who decided that it's okay to sacrifice others to prolong their lives. We get ourselves some angry troll, by the way, and level up. Let's see, explosives. Oh, I like that. And metaphysics. We need lots of metaphysics if I want you to be useful. Do you have so much stuff? Sorry, I am I am baffled by how much things he gets. So straight away he gets wild strikes. Additional burn to when spirit shifted, so I can give him a lot of those. Only one. I can choose one of those. This place looks like Mordor. Yeah, because it's the domain of the goddess of magma and fire. I'll give you some... What do I want to give you, honestly? Health? Yes. No, I already have that. Spell resistance? Yes. Definitely. And... You are using two-handed weapon now? I don't know. I'll give you some hatchet, I think. Oh, two-handed, you have quarterstaff. So I'll give you poleaxe as well. Because why not? I think we'll do the level up and I've finished today's session. I think we'll need this. Defender stance. Guardian stance. Enemies that disengage from the fighter are immediately attacked front. If successful. Yes, please. I'll give you the big shield proficiency. More stealth, more bluff. And you definitely need more health. I wonder if it will work respectively. Not respectively. Retroactively, I meant. Hatchet. And Maya. Survival. Survival of the fittest. While hard or better, the ranger and their animal companion both gain accuracy bonus against enemies who are blooded or worse. Next to this is the goddess of fire and magma cute. She looks like a woman going through menopause, and the one that raised at least 6 kids. This is how I would describe how Magran looks like. Listen, there's no god in this world is cute. And what do I get? And their screams reach the heavens. 103 worms in existence to fight for the party. This also does that. Worms are more powerful and have unique attacks. Oh, I like that. Okay, but before we venture towards that asshole there, who we are trying to catch all this time, I will end this place here. I will end this place here. Oh my goodness. Yes. So, thank you very much for joining today. And I think I need to drink something cold. So, bye bye. Have a good evening.